a feedback video for Robert on your video on gerrymandering. I thought you started off really strong. You had a good analogy relating a really complicated political topic that maybe some people would understand to everyday life. I thought that beginning analogy was a really good way to start off your speech, so that way anybody who might not understand the topic at hand would kind of be able to relate a little better than they would have without the analogy. The second thing I liked is that you started to hold up that picture with the X's and the O's. I thought the visual was a really good way to describe gerrymandering and the whole redistribution of it. How sometimes you'll get 50-50, but the parties aren't representing half the population in the correct way. And honestly, I couldn't have explained that in words. I had a hard time trying to just now, so the picture you used was a really good way to describe that to your audience. Again, you brought up a really good real-life example with the what happened in Pennsylvania, and you had a nice reference in there to NPR, a really reliable news source in my opinion, so I like to hear that. Then you had a strong call to action with the why should you care. I think that was really powerful because just explaining a topic to someone, they can say, oh, okay, well that's happening, but you gave them a reason to care. You told them, well, this is how it affects you. This is what's happening in your community. And that's a really powerful thing to do. Instead of just giving someone information, you told them how it applies to them. I also really liked this word choice you had where you said silence the popular vote of their state. That just really stood out to me. It was a really strong choice of words to use the word silence, because essentially that's what's happening with the gerrymandering is you're getting these 50-50 populations, but the half that isn't in power is being silenced because of the gerrymandering, and it is a really big issue in our country. So that word choice, silence the popular vote of their state, was a really strong word choice. Overall, you had really good hand gestures and a really nice posture. I thought that was something, you just did a really good job throughout the entire speech, so congratulations on that. As far as ethos, logos, and pathos goes, you did use really good sources for your credibility. When it comes to pathos, the logic of it, again, you said, why should you care? You gave them logical reasoning to help them understand why they should care. And emotionally, I'm not too sure what the emotional connection was for me. Maybe that's something you could look into. It's a little hard to get an emotional connection to gerrymandering, but I suppose the examples you used in Pennsylvania and Alabama are a good emotional, were a good emotional tool in your speech as well, now that I think about it. So thank you for your speech, it was a good one.